Hey guys, so let's talk about something that I probably would never have thought about talking about on this channel. And what it is, I mean, you saw my title, you saw my thumbnail, so I'm guessing you already know that this video might put me in trouble or make me a beloved of other people. So it's a very thin area to walk, but I'll walk it anyways because, you know, we're football fans and you know how football fans are, especially Nigerians. I don't know about, you or wherever you're from, but when Nigerians are talking about football, we raise our voices, we try to yell over each other because apparently whoever yells the loudest wins the argument somewhere, it's written somewhere, so that's how we are. So we're going to talk about Cristiano Ronaldo. Now, whether you love him or whether you hate him, you have to admit that this guy is pretty much one of the most hardworking athletes in the world. He has, for sure, a very great, expectation for himself. You can call that ego, you can call that whatever it is, but he wants to be the best and he wants to perform. And I think one of the most important things was he actually was born and played in a time where he had another great player that played right by him. You can enjoy both of them. As much as I've always been a Real Madrid fan, I also love and respect Lionel Messi. There's no doubt. Anyone who, wants to kind of like say, I prefer this one over the other one because this one is better than the other one has to play mental gymnastics because both players are just superb in their own way. I've seen some descriptions about both of them. And it's very hard to speak about one without speaking about the other. So if you look, I just started this video and then bam, Messi is in the conversation. It's because that's just how it is. Both of them have lived in each other's shadow. But what I really wanted to talk about was, Ronaldo's scoring and how that has how it's rubbed off on, the world at large. So first of all, after he left Real Madrid, it was a big conversation. I was having a conversation with some friends of mine. They're big football fans. They're Americans and they're big soccer fans. It's crazy. Shout out to you guys. Husband and wife, by the way. And all through the World Cup, we were just back and forth bantering about the different games and what we expected. And we talked about Ronaldo and talked about how he was going to La Liga and how La Liga was going to get some more attention right now because he was there. And La Liga did get a lot of attention because almost immediately I started seeing some ads about, watch La Liga, on this station and stuff like that. La Liga's always been there. Those of us who are true football fans have always enjoyed the league because I love La Liga. La Liga to me feels like a very earthy, kind of league where all the players there are just very hardworking. Like they are solid. If you see them in their home countries or if you see the way they play, their work ethic, it's just as good as players from any other major league in my opinion, anyways. But that aside, so Ronaldo's moved over to La Liga. He's left Real Madrid. It's a bittersweet situation. Some people were like, yeah, he needs to go. Some people were like, yeah, he needs to stay. I've been a Real Madrid fan all my life, but I've been looking just to say, Madrid's like a superstar team. And I'm an underdog kind of guy. So I decided, I'm not going to just stick with one team. I'm going to have a team in every major league that I actually like. You're allowed to do that, football fans. I mean, relax. So I have one in England. I have one in, Spain, which is Real Madrid, which is pretty much my favorite team. And then in Italy, for years, it's always been Juve. And so when he was moving to Juve, I just told my wife, I said, I don't even feel bad, not even rooting for Madrid too much. If Madrid and Juve meets right now, definitely rooting for Juve. It's just the way it is. And now we have Ronaldo. But to be honest with you, for a long time, I had a problem with Ronaldo. I really did. I don't know why. I guess just because of his attitude sometimes, it really rubbed off on me. And it took a while. It took a lot of my friends to actually tell me, hey, you really need to understand that his personality is a personality that wants to be refined and become the best at what he does. And so for the first few matches at Juventus, I was absolutely worried. I was genuinely thinking, man, if this guy doesn't score, I mean, what's going to happen? Because that's really all or most of what he cares about. He really just wants to do well and score. Maybe it's for his own, personal benefit. Maybe it's for his own personal gain, his personal achievement. But if a player is driven like that, it's nice to have that kind of player because it not only drives him, it drives the other players on his team. Now, I want to hear your opinions about Ronaldo, and I'm really happy that he got to break that yoke. He got to break in and scored 2 goals. I didn't even watch the game. I'm a highlights kind of guy because, you know, the time differences between Europe and, you know, the Americas are just way off. So some games are happening, you're at work, there's nothing you can do. So I saw the highlights and I told my wife, I said, babe, this guy scored finally. And then I found out he scored 2 goals. I was genuinely pleased for him. I'm really happy that he actually did that. And, you know, as much as it may be, you know, as much as your like or dislike for him may be, you have to say at 33 years old, he's still able to fight and find his place, and I think that's the new adjustment. So the season is really young. We need to see how he's going to grow again in this new position. It's a new club, you know, it's a new environment. He doesn't have seniority on the team. There are other players that are, you know, that have been on the team, and so you're going to see a different kind of Ronaldo. And the Ronaldo that I really want to see is a Ronaldo that evolves to become like Zlatan. I don't know how to put it, but not like Zlatan in play style, but like Zlatan in like maturity, where he can like, you know, enjoy the team and the team can enjoy him. I don't know what you guys feel about it, but let's talk about it in the comment section. I think it's worth talking about. I mean, at this stage, you know, if we don't address or, you know, acknowledge Ronaldo and Messi, we're going to be missing out, because, to be honest, as many have said, and I think rightly so, it's going to be hard before we actually see 2 players like these, Messi or Ronaldo, prop up in the same time. It'll probably happen, but it's not going to be very soon, because the new generation of kids that we have, they like Instagram and all this weird stuff. Anyways, I'm out. Let me not get into more trouble. Talk to me in the comment section. Let's see what you think about Ronaldo and his 2 goals, his 2 fresh goals at Juventus, which is really nice to even say. Ronaldo just scored 2 goals for Juventus. His hair rolls out of my mouth. It's just really nice. I'm gonna get out of here right now. Thank you very much for your time and audience. Peace.